Hello, welcome to Storytime this week. I'm Madeline Simonis, Faith Formation Coordinator at Trinity Lutheran Church, and I am so excited to read a few stories for Story Hour this week. The stories that I brought with me are here in my lap, and I'm just pulling my first one up. It's called Maybe God is Like That Too. So this book is by Jennifer Grant and illustrated by Benjamin Schipper. And I just love this story, thinking about all the ways that we can see God in our everyday life. So maybe God is like that too. I live in the city, where the sidewalks and subway cars and buildings and buses are packed with people. But I've never seen God before. Grandma, does God live in the city? I asked one morning at breakfast. Yes, God is here, she says. You just need to know where to look. Whenever you see love, joy, and peace, God is there, she says, stirring her tea. Wherever there is patience, kindness, and goodness, God is there too. When you see faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, that's God's Spirit at work. On the way to school, I'm on the lookout. I see a bus full of tourists and count 10 bright yellow taxis. I spy a man sweeping a stoop, and Grandma and I laugh when we see a tiny dog wearing a fluffy purple sweater. Look at that puppy. At school, Grandma hands me my lunch and hugs me close before she says goodbye. That's what love looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. On the swings, I pump so hard, I see over the wall into the alley. My friends shout higher, higher, as my feet fly way up into the sky. That's what joy looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Outside, car horns blast and sirens scream, but my classroom is quiet and calm. That's what peace looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I try to tie my shoes, but the laces tangle around my fingers. My teacher sits down beside me and shows me how to tie them. That's what patience looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. On the way home, I see a doorman wearing a red cape and a hat with a shiny brim. He's holding the door for a man using a wheelchair. The man moves very slowly, and the doorman chats with him and smiles. That's what kindness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. While I'm setting the table for dinner, there's a knock at the door. It's our neighbors from downstairs, bringing us a loaf of bread. It's golden brown and warm and wrapped in a thin white towel. That's what goodness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. After dinner, I work on my homework while Grandma stands at the kitchen sink washing dishes and humming to herself, just like she does every night. That's what faithfulness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. At bedtime, Grandma sits at the edge of my bed, singing me a lullaby and stroking my head. She tucks my blankets up close around me. That's what gentleness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I lie in bed watching the curtains flutter. I want to talk about that dog we saw today and how high it can swing, but Grandma says that once I'm tucked in, I have to stay in bed until morning. I close my eyes and try to fall asleep. That's what self-control looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I saw God over and over again today whenever I saw love, joy, and peace, and wherever there was patience, kindness, and goodness. When I saw faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, I saw God's Spirit at work. I don't see God the way I see my friends, or the streetlights, or the river, but I see signs of God's Spirit all around me, right here in the city. I know what God is like. Maybe I can be like that too. The last page has a Bible verse on it. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And that's from Galatians 5:22 and 23. Maybe God is like that too. You'll have to look for some times in the day when you find something and think, maybe God is like that too. The next story that I have for us is called I Breathe. And this is a great way for us to move our bodies and feel good. So I Breathe. This is by Susie Brooks, and it's a Kane Miller book. So would you like to discover your own secret special powers? All you really need to do is breathe. With yoga, every breath can take you on an adventure. Through the brave jungle, like a lion, in the forest, like a strong, wise tree, up into the sky, like an airplane soaring free. Whee! Yoga can calm you down, cheer you up, and make you feel ready for anything. Lulu feels brave like a fearless lion. She's not scared to climb up high. Lulu takes a deep breath, sticks out her tongue, then lets out a loud, proud roar. Imagine you're a roaring lion too. Feel brave enough to try something new. You could try doing that right now if you want. Becky and Ben feel ready like buzzy bees. There's lots to do, but they're still calm. They shut their eyes and ears and gently close their mouths. Then they breathe out through their lips with a hum. Pretend you're a bee, fluster-free. Can you stay calm even when you're busy? Daisy feels happy like a playful dog. She's wide awake and having fun. She stretches her legs and lifts her hips high. Dora lifts up one leg. Dan wiggles his tail. Can you pretend to be a waggly dog? What makes you feel happy? Flo and Finn feel light like fluttering butterflies. They see the bright side even on a cloudy day. They touch their feet together and gently flap their knees. Imagine you're a colorful butterfly. Feel light enough to fly away. You can do that with your feet right now and make your legs go. Billy feels relaxed like a floppy teddy bear. He's daydreaming all about his favorite things. With every deep breath, his belly lifts and lowers. His soft teddy goes up and then down. Try resting like a peaceful teddy bear. What will you daydream about? Tess and Tom feel strong like wise trees. Their worries have blown away with the breeze. Tessa's roots hold her steady on the ground. Her roots are her feet. Tom reaches out his branches as he sways. Imagine you're a mighty old tree. Feel strong and patient, even when you wobble. Harry feels cheerful, as if a balloon is floating on his chest. There's nothing weighing him down. One long deep breath in, then he gently blows out. Imagine you're a balloon floating in the sky. How high will you fly? And what will you see? Mo feels calm like a sleepy mouse. He's safe in his own quiet world. He curls his body forward and stays very still. Imagine you're the tiniest, quietest mouse. Can you stay as still as can be without making a sound? Aisha, Amy, and Allie feel free like soaring airplanes. They can see adventure ahead. They lift one leg backward and spread out their wings. Allie leans his body forward. Whee! Can you pretend to be an airplane flying free? Imagine the places you'll explore. Alice feels alert, like a bouncy bunny. All her tiredness has hopped away. She takes 3 short sniffs then breathes out slowly. Can you pretend to be a bouncy bunny? Feel full of energy and ready to play. You can use your yoga breathing power whenever you need it. If you're worried, relax like a teddy bear. Fill your belly with soothing air. When you're busy or flustered, be a bee. That's better. Blow away any sadness with a bright balloon. Sniffing like a bunny can help you when you're feeling tired. Don't be scared or shy. Remember, your lions roar. And remember that Jesus is always with you. You can breathe and do some of these yoga poses and pray to Jesus because he's always with you. My last story is a new one that we just got at my house called 100 Days Inside. This is about some of the time that we've been spending at home right now and having that distance. So I really liked this story. It's by Madison Martin and Fiona Wright. And it's actually a mom and a daughter who worked to write this book together. It feels like we've been inside 100 days. Mommy says there's a virus that can make people really sick. When we all stay inside, it helps everyone stay safe. That makes me feel scared and worried. I ask, will our family and friends be okay? Will we be okay? Will we ever get to see anyone again? Mommy explains that everyone is doing their best to stay safe by staying inside, washing their hands, and wearing masks when they do go outside. Some people even wear gloves. Once it is safe, we will get to see everyone again. That makes me happy. When I feel scared or worried, we talk about my feelings. If I'm not ready to talk, I write down my feelings or draw my pictures. Me and Mommy practice meditation and breathing exercises that can help calm me down too. My favorite meditations are ones with ocean sounds. Mommy works at home now and I go to school on the computer. I love seeing my teachers and friends on video, but I really miss playing together at school every day. Some of you might be going to school on computer or might be going to school in person. We're not sure. Most of my friends have brothers or sisters, and it looks like they have a lot of fun when we have video playdates. I do not have any brothers or sisters. Sometimes I wish I did. Being alone during our 100 days inside makes me feel lonely. Mommy will take short breaks when she's working to play with me. I love when we play. When we play, I feel excited and happy. We get creative with our indoor games. We play balloon volleyball, we have dance parties, we do art, we read books, we do yoga, we build forts and obstacle courses. We pretend that the floor is lava, and we even made a laser maze with yarn. I win the laser maze every time. When Mommy is too busy, I video call my friends and family. My abuela and grandpa live in a different state, and since we cannot get on an airplane to visit them now, we have a video call every day. They love talking to me and I love talking to them. When we talk, I feel loved. We can't wait until we can see each other again in person. I have two homes, one with Mommy and one with Daddy. At Daddy's house, we play indoor football and basketball. He helps me practice my gymnastics too. I love swinging on Daddy's strong arms. Sometimes I wish we all lived in one home together, but I know Mommy and Daddy love me a lot. We will always be a family. That makes me feel proud. When I video call my friends, we love to play all kinds of games. We have indoor scavenger hunts, we play school or house, we play with our toys, we make art projects together, we tell stories, and sometimes we just talk and laugh. When we play, I feel cheerful. When there was no one to call and Mommy is working, I feel bored. So I use my imagination and draw, color, paint, and write stories. Or I do puzzles, play with my toys, and watch my favorite shows. Right now, my favorite activity is painting. Painting makes me feel peaceful. When we go to the grocery store, we wear a mask and stand 6 feet away from other people. Just stay next to me, Mommy says, and that's just what I do. Everyone else has a mask on too. Some people wear gloves. Everything is different now. Sometimes that makes me feel nervous. Mommy can usually tell when I am nervous at the grocery store. If she doesn't know, I tell her how I feel. She holds my hand and knows when I need a hug or a snuggle. She gives the best hugs and snuggles. That makes me feel safe. When we get to the car, we talk about my feelings, and that helps me feel better. I miss eating at restaurants, playing in parks, traveling on airplanes, going on vacations, and mostly, I miss being with everyone that I love. The world has changed. Mommy says that change happens all the time, and it is okay to feel sad, lonely, scared, or worried sometimes when change happens. She says it is okay to ask for help when I have those feelings, and we will work through them together. That makes me feel brave. 100 days inside is not always easy or fun, especially with no other kids to play with at home. It is not all bad, though. I get to spend a lot more time with Mommy. We get to play and learn a lot of new games. We talk about all of my big feelings, and we work through them together. We still see and talk to our family and friends on video calls. I feel grateful that I get to see my teachers and classmates in our virtual classrooms on the computer every day, too. When we can safely go back into the world, I will give my family and friends big hugs. We will laugh and play until we are too tired to move. And then we will do it all again the next day and the next day and the next day. The pages are stuck together. We will eat at our favorite restaurants, travel in an airplane to see Abuela and Grandpa, go to the beach and make the biggest sandcastles, and we will go on a vacation. I'm excited for 100 Days Inside to be over. In the meantime, I will use my imagination and pretend to do all of my favorite things with all of my favorite people. Every night before bed, I write down 5 things I am thankful for. When I wake up in the morning, I choose to feel grateful. When I have big feelings like loneliness, fear, worry, or sadness, I talk about them with Mommy, write in my journal, draw pictures, practice meditation, try breathing exercises, and ask for help when I need it. We all have big feelings sometimes, and that's okay. So you can share your big feelings with God, you can share your big feelings with your family, but 100 days inside sometimes is pretty hard, but we can do this. And I just love this book, and it makes me feel better knowing that this little girl has all those feelings kind of like me. And so I want you to know that you're not alone if you have some of those big feelings, okay? And God is always with us. So let's sing our ending song, and we will conclude for the week. If we all said a prayer for each other every day, what a wonderful world this would be. I would ask God to bless you and keep you every day, knowing you'd say the same prayer for me. Have a great week.